Oh damn, I'm in the water. Just like Billie Eilish or Dream. No, Jordy, this is not good. I'm a submarine. No, Jordy, come on, you should have listened to Janik. This is not good. This is not good, no. Don't bake eggs and drive at the same time. Oh, nice toasted bread.
Hey guys, Janik here for Cinecom.net and welcome back to another Copycat Friday. And this week we are recreating one of our favorite artists, Billie Eilish. After seeing her video Everything I Wanted, I told Jordy we need to do the sinking car scene. It's of course super cool and also a challenge to create such a scene in a realistic way. And how did we do the effect? Well, we combined some practical water effects and green keying. The first thing we need are the shots of the water, which Jordy and Lorenzo made for us.
When the car is sinking, we can see through a side window that the water is rising. Of course, that isn't real. That was shot by just putting a camera into a plastic or a glass box, filming through that and just pushing that box into a lake. And that's it, the last shot. We can now go back to the studio and make all of the car shots.
Thank you, Jordy. Now let's start with those car shots. The first one is going to be the side shot where you see the water rise through the side window. You can shoot this over day or at night if you want to recreate Billie Eilish completely. However, due to deadlines, we decided to do a day for night. So we could film over day, but still get that night look like Billie has. That's why we made the green screen shot right here in the studio, so that we have perfect control over the light. Because doing a day for night isn't just making your shot darker and more blue with color grading, your lighting is also a very important aspect. And you can go really far with day for night, like sky replacements, your light setups, and you can even hide mistakes with your day for night technique. So maybe it's a great idea for another tutorial. What do you think? Anyways, let's make our shot. For the side shot, it's quite easy. Just mount your camera on a tripod and film through an open window. Then we go to the key light here, which is the brand new Aputure 300X, a bicolor single ship LED light that has this LED placed in such a way that together with the ship lens, you get natural shadows. This is an incredible feature, which is why we love this light so much. And on top of that, you can choose to control the light with the existing Aputure remote or via Bluetooth on your cell phone. And then we come to the green screen, which we lit separately. Very important that you do so because we don't want the light from the green screen casting on our subject that is sitting in the car. And the last thing we use are the backlights, because using backlights is very cinematic and also beautiful, but they also have a practical side. We have a little spill on the steering wheel here, and using backlights will remove that. We have our shots. Now it's time for post-production, which we will do on this beautiful LG Gram laptop. With its super slim design and 17-inch screen, the laptop is perfect to take with you and edit wherever you want. The long battery life makes the LG Gram even more portable. But enough about this editing beauty, let's jump into Premiere Pro. Now for the effect is quite easy. Take your green screen shot and with the Ultra key you can key out the green. Then just place your water shot underneath the green screen and now it's almost finished. We don't need to color grade our green screen shot because we already filmed it dark. But we do need to match the colors of the water shot with the colors of the green screen shot. With Lumetri you can start adjusting the basic controls, making it all darker and match better. You can also use a LUT to help you with the day for night look. But again, every shot is different, so your color grading settings will also be different. With a simple animated mask on the water shot, you can also remove the sky and replace it with a starry night sky, really selling the day for night look. Then one last tip, if you shoot the water footage in a higher frame rate, you can also use speed ramping to have perfect control over the sinking speed, which can be quite handy. And that was it for the side shot. We have two more effects coming up, and the first one is going to be a practical effect, which Jordy is going to explain right now.
Finally, my car is gonna get washed by you guys. And I want you guys to do it in a bikini. In a bikini. In a bikini. There's one shot in which we can see the car actually going into the pond. That's a very short shot, so that's why we just took a shot with the car here in our parking lot. We filled up some boxes with water and also have a hose and just threw that onto the front windshield here of the car. And we have the camera sitting on the inside of the car and on just a tripod. And I'm just sitting in the front seat, and that's how we shot the effect. You don't need much. You don't have to care much about the backgrounds.
A short but very cool shot. Now before we do the last effect, I want to talk about our sponsor Storyblocks Video. It's an online library full of stock clips which we use all the time. For instance, for the next effect we are going to need stock clips of water. Well, Storyblocks Video has a ton of stock footage of water, underwater, or you just want water bubbles on a black background, they have it. And I must say, they are the perfect filmmaker tool when it comes to making special effects. You're always going to need a stock clip of something to blend with your footage, or maybe a logo animation in After Effects. Just search on Storyblocks Video and you have it. But the best thing about Storyblocks Video is the fact that you can download unlimited assets for one single price per year. So if you want to start downloading right away, just go to the first link in the description below. Now the last effect, the long shot of the sinking car. Sadly, this shot isn't possible in Premiere Pro, so fire up After Effects. First we have our car shot, and you can see that we did an upwards camera movement. We did this to mimic the movement of the sinking car without doing it in post, and also to have that perspective change. Now stabilize that shot with the stabilize motion option in the tracker panel, enable the rotation and scale, and let After Effects do its thing. Once it's stabilized, create a rough animated mask around the car so that you only have the car now. Then place your water footage underneath the car and let's start blending it all together. Color grade your car to match the water, and then I added some water stock clips over the car so that we could mimic the feeling of being underwater. Of course, these only needs to be on top of the car, so I duplicated the car clip and used the duplicate as a track mat for my stock clips. Then changed the blending mode to blend it all better. Now with the CC light ray effect, I added the head beams of the car, but I also added some light rays from the water itself over the car, making it look like one scene. Last, let's add some distortion. Take an adjustment layer and add the turbulent displace effect. Create a mask that only covers the car, the light, and feather it a bunch. Now if you animate the evolution of the turbulent displace, you will get that underwater feeling. And of course, before I forget, add some bubbles. This really sells the effect. And that was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. Thank you Storyblocks Video for the support. And like always, stay creative.
This act, there we go. In my car. I just found the perfect Corona mask. Works like a charm.